back to another Beyond the Sum of Our Parts. We've had some technical difficulties at best. But week
But
before
we're
last,
back.
and downloading and uploading things. So I'm just gonna be like a conspiracy theorist to everybody. We're blaming it on the Russians. Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess that's what we're doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, for sure. While they can't seem to get people in space on their own, they are very good hackers in disrupting the internet, social media world. I swear to
And
you.
we're just so influential that they are concerned about Beyond the
It's not
Sun.
just us. It's like you can't just exclude the little people from the chaos and the dysfunction.
I just like thinking that it's because we're so influential. I actually like that perspective.
You can go with that. You can go with that. You can go with
Okay.
that.
All right.
And then also aliens is just getting ready to come in on this. So, there's that. There's a lot of stressfulness that's going on right now in this world for us.
On that note, today's episode, we are going to be not talking about aliens or Russians.
Yes.
We are 16 episodes in, and today we're going to be talking about healing and thriving, navigating trauma from a male masculine perspective. Super, super excited to dig into this one. What's that bass saying?
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was just waiting for your questions, Scott. I know you have your questions.
Oh,
But
yeah.
and to chime onto that, that's what we're going to be talking about. Saw an article not too long ago where they college study group did a whole thing of like there's 3 types of male masculinity types out there. So I was in my mind like, where do I fit in that type? Because there's traditional, there's progressive, and there's the egalitarian.
Egalitarian,
Yeah, so I think I'm more so the progressive, where the roles are like I don't subscribe to traditional gender roles. I feel like who's ever capable of doing it at the time, rock it out. Rock it out. We do it together, or we rock it out. Like it ain't like, oh, you do the dishes, I clean and cook. It's like if you cooking today, cool, I'll wash the dishes. And if you
So it's
don't feel
more
like washing the
fluid.
dishes, I'm gonna wash the dishes anyhow. I'm gonna clean as a go. It ain't no like, hey, you cook, I wash, or I get home, make sure my plate. No, you know what I'm saying? But again, that was the thing. That was the thing that came into my mind about that.
I'm going to interject for a second. We got King Khodi here. Welcome to Beyond the Sum, sir. Can you hear us okay?
Cody, can you hear us?
Nope. Guess not.
No,
He'll be back. No worries.
Yeah, we're again Russians.
Chopping off branches.
Yeah. But so navigating trauma from a male's perspective is very different for a lot of us. And I can honestly say having my own fair share of trauma and navigating through it and dealing with it is hard on a consistent basis. Every day it's a challenge, and you got to put aside thousands of years of male masculinity and years of however old you are to basically unlearn all the things that we've taught each other to not express ourselves, not to process these things. We don't process our emotions. We're more so like, get it done, get it out the way, just push it through. You're a man up. It ain't no like, oh, process it, then deal with it. It's more so out of sight, out of mind, keep it moving. Don't deal, push it down deep. Don't talk about it. Let's just keep it moving. Keep it moving.
And a lot of this.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say that brings me to the first question that I had. Why do you think we have those societal expectations for men to be strong and to push it down and be stoic in the face of trauma? Like, how does that impact the healing process and coping and all of those good things? So go ahead.
It's what it's taught. So many of these things are culturally pushed aside, like we said about picking yourself up, manning up. When you say these type of terms, you're actually belittling the boy that you're speaking to. So if you're thinking about, most men don't develop a lot of these healing mechanisms until older. When you consider women, journaling is pushed upon to feel about how you are, what you're doing, how you feel. These are things that are pushed away from. Don't cry. The big one. Men don't cry. And so when you say things like that, you don't allow young men to validate their own feelings or acknowledge. So you bury feelings that are softer, and we actually promote aggressive feelings. So you hit things, you break some. Oh man, you did some of that nature. Like, oh, good job. Oh man, you drop a tear, man up. You're like, oh, so I'm not a man for the tears, but I'm more of a man because I punched the wall or hit someone, So, and then what are you teaching for? This boy will become a man. So now, as a man, you say, don't hit and express your feelings. You're like, hold on, I thought you just told me. You're like, nah, that was then. That was then. This is now. You're like, oh, so I got to change now. And no one tell you when the change happened. So as a man, you begin to live a life of a boy as a man, and then you realize, like, now this is okay, this is a safe place, and you start learning those healing. So I really thank y'all for having even to discuss about what a male's feeling and healing is.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh no, I agree to that, and it was like another tag on to that is that we get into the relationship with women who are also already in tune with their emotions, and a lot of things everybody says they want us to do is communicate more, express ourselves more, but then it's like I don't know how to do that. I am communicating with you, but are we really communicating, or are we just basically saying something to shut you up? And then it's like we try to hang up, we try to we are also pushing women into a negative aspect of life is when they've already been in touch with their emotions and able to feel and express themselves, where we are even taught not to do that within the male circle. And then within the female, within dating women, it's also like they want that from you, and then again it's like it's also a questionable thing if you're masculine. They will it also makes it seem like they will have to question your masculinity because you are in touch with your emotions, you are in touch with your feelings and able to express yourself, articulate it, and put it down. And then
Invisible boundaries, it really is.
yeah, it's a real big it's a real big mess out in the world as far as men and dating and expressing yourself and going like even talking about your trauma to somebody. It's just like, oh, I don't know, what do I do with this? How do I? Because we as men, we got to we got to be stronger every day. So if a woman's going through her trauma or she's expressing her trauma to us, or she's telling her things, cool, we the rock, we can handle it. But then it's like, how do we, because obviously we've all had our own issues. There's a lot of things that men don't talk about, like, you're not supposed to talk about, like men actually do get raped as children. They go through that whole child abuse phase of getting beat up, punched, and hit with 2x4s and bats. And it's like, it just made me stronger, but did it really make you stronger, or did it make you this cold, isolated person where all it is you got to protect and provide? You don't talk about your feelings, you don't express yourself, you don't heal from any of that. Your whole being as you are as an adult, it stems from all the traumatic things you've gone through. And so when someone looks at you, or when a female gives you some type of grief of you not basically being able to express yourself more, is pretty much a result of the whole system and the way the world has made us out to be, is not to express anything. And so it does affect our relationships with the counterparts that are able to express themselves, and they just look at you like, why can't you just tell me how you feel? Because I don't know. I don't know how to tell you how I feel, because one, if I do, it may make me cry. And then I can't cry in front of you because I'm not supposed to cry. I'm a man. We don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to go outside, scream, holler. I got to drive somewhere. I don't want to cry. Let me go get this liquor. Let me go holler at these random chicks. And, you know what I mean? Knock it out. And it's just like, it is not good. But that's the thing that's like, it is a thing for us. You know what I mean? So it's like difficult.